If you're curious how a company can lose $1.4 billion without ever being hacked in what's the largest known cryptocurrency theft in human history, I'm going to explain it from start to finish, and I'm going to talk about the technical side, who these threat actors are, and how they stole this money. $1.4 billion. Does that sound like a lot to you? Because it's probably more money than both of our ancestral bloodlines combined will ever see in the history of human existence. An entire country, in the matter of 2 weeks, has stolen over $1.4 billion from a crypto exchange company. The attackers behind this hack are among the most experienced, the most successful, the most funded, the most supported, the most dangerous threat actors in cybersecurity. The Lazarus Group, an infamous North Korean state-sponsored advanced persistent threat. They've stolen over $6 billion in crypto assets since 2017. The Lazarus Group has been making headlines for over a decade now. Two of their most infamous attacks were the Sony Pictures attack in 2014 and the WannaCry ransomware spread in 2017. Now, these well-developed nation-state threat actors sponsored by an entire country, an entire government, are well-funded, well-developed, they're experienced, and they are successful. These are the type of groups capable of burning 0 days in their attacks, aka a brand new exploit that's never been seen before, guaranteed to work. There's been 0 days to prepare for it. We commonly see advanced persistent threats, these groups sponsored by nation states, focused on espionage, disinformation, spying. But interestingly, the Lazarus Group from North Korea is primarily financially motivated, meaning their main goal is to hack for money, to sponsor their own government, to sponsor their own program, to boost their economy. And these North Korean threat actors don't face consequences, right? They don't play by the laws. There's no chance that they're getting extradited or prosecuted by their own government. So they play a little differently. And several weeks ago now, this group successfully stole $1.4 billion from the trading platform Bybit. Bybit is the second largest cryptocurrency exchange platform in the world where you can buy and sell and trade crypto. But what's crazy is Bybit actually never got hacked. They lost $1.4 billion, but they never got hacked. There wasn't a computer that was compromised at their office. There wasn't an employee that got phished or social engineered. They actually didn't get hacked, sort of. But if Bybit didn't get hacked, then how did they lose $1.4 billion? The missing piece to this puzzle is Safe Wallet. Safe Wallet, or Safe, is a smart contract wallet that allows cryptocurrency users to manage their funds with multiple people. It's advertised as a safer multi-signature wallet and a platform to store your digital assets like Ethereum. Safe Wallet is marketed as one of the most secure ways to store and manage your cryptocurrency because it requires multiple levels of signatures and approvals each time a transaction takes place. So let's take a look at this attack from start to finish. I made a timeline of the known events. So as you can see, this entire timeline is 19 days. 19 days to make $1.4 billion. Now on the top of this timeline are the tactics from the MITRE attack framework. It's a common set of terms and language that we can use to better understand, better describe, and talk about the tactics, techniques, and procedures of cyber attacks and threat actors. And our timeline starts on February 2nd. The threat actor, the Lazarus Group, they register a new C2 or command and control domain, getstockprice.com. They do this with the registrar Namecheap. So they're developing some resources. This is going to be one of the domains used to remotely control malware and victim endpoints. Now, our first major event happens on February 4th, and this is the initial access when a developer at Safe Wallet was compromised. A Safe Wallet developer is thought to have downloaded a Docker project, and Docker is a platform for developers to work on applications. The Safe Wallet developer downloaded MC-based stock invest simulator -main.zip. Now, this zip file was found in that user's downloads folder, and it's thought that this zip file is what contained the initial malware malware that infected the developer system that allowed the Lazarus group to have access to the internal network. Many reported that they also saw use of a Mythic agent, which is a certain type of command and control agent used on Mac OS. And they also saw the history of bash commands. The history of the commands ran on the computer was erased, which is a defense evasion tactic to make it harder for forensic analysts to figure out what they've done and how they did it. So a SafeWallet developer is compromised. SafeWallet is the company that works on smart contracts and provides wallets and a platform for people to handle and manage their cryptocurrency. One day after the SafeWallet developer is compromised, the threat actor, the Lazarus group, they are seen accessing the AWS or Amazon Web Solutions cloud environment of SafeWallet. The Lazarus group has pivoted. They are moving laterally from the developer's workstation to the cloud environment. That AWS, Amazon Web Service, cloud environment is where SafeWallet pushes, maintains, and hosts their code. And SafeWallet has a security control where anybody who accesses the AWS cloud environment, they have to have multi-factor authentication. After failed attempts from the Lazarus group to add their own multi-factor authentication method to access that environment, they pivoted and instead stole AWS user session tokens. So this developer logs into AWS to do his normal workday. He gets an AWS user session token that's good for 12 hours, and that token authenticates him to that cloud environment. The Lazarus group aligned their working hours to be the same as the developers and would steal his user session tokens, and this allows them to access their cloud environment from their own attacker-controlled device, which was seen using ExpressVPN to anonymize and hide their traffic. And it came from a Kali Linux machine, which is an offensive Linux distribution commonly used in red teaming and offensive security. And 2 weeks go by. Now with access to their AWS cloud, to all of their code, the Lazarus group mapped out the cloud environment. They looked around, they planned their actions on objective. And on February 19th, the threat actor pushed their malicious code. They injected malicious JavaScript into the front end UI of the SafeWallet application. And this JavaScript lived live on their website for 2 days. So any and all users using SafeWallet for those 2 days actually interacted with the malicious code. But the malicious JavaScript that the threat actor, that the Lazarus group injected, would only trigger on Bybit transactions. Essentially, they wrote a check in the JavaScript to verify, is the person making this transaction one of the Bybit authorized signers? If it is, execute this malicious code. And if it's not, ignore it and function as normal. And 2 days later, on February 21st, a routine Bybit transfer triggers that malicious code. This was a routine, just like normal transfer for Bybit, moving funds from a cold wallet to a hot wallet. This malicious JavaScript code was triggered, and it essentially intercepted and changed that transaction. Instead of the transaction going to their warm wallet, the address was changed to the attacker's address. And the hackers also changed an operation flag from 0 to 1. And by setting the operation parameter to 1, it uses a delegate call function, which effectively transfers full control to the 2 address. So by intercepting and modifying, tampering with this transaction, the North Korean Lazarus group has gained full control of the funds. And on the same day, shortly after the attack, the attackers removed the malicious JavaScript that was on the SafeWallet website. It's also reported that they wiped all the commands from the Unix machines, all part of their defense evasion tactics to cover their tracks, to hide what they've done. And that leads us to today. Since then, since the 21st when this hack happened, it's been an ongoing cat and mouse game between North Korea, between Bybit. On one hand, the Lazarus group is continually trying to convert and launder their crypto assets into funds that they can use. And on the other hand, the FBI, Bybit, their bounty program, companies in the industry, they're all working to block, to freeze assets, to stop these hackers from converting the crypto into usable cash. Now, the Lazarus group is infamous. They are known for being extremely skilled and experienced in crypto hacks. It's been reported in the past that this group directly contributes to the funding of their military development. And it's thought at this point they likely have teams of people in multiple rooms working around the clock with experience with automation, trying to convert all of these stolen crypto tokens into usable funds. And that is how North Korean hackers stole $1.4 billion. Thanks for watching.